like
really is.
November 17th.
Yeah, like, how did they not get it fixed over winter break or something? Like, how did nothing get done?
It's a whole thing, man. Like there's like 2 routers that allegedly work, but then the rest of the house is just down and like
Mm.
it's like a huge house and I'm on the opposite side, so
Yeah, I'm telling you, my buddy, where he's staying in Orlando, the people who own the housing, whatever, they have in their contract that internet will be restored within 30 days. So he monitored it. It was like 26 days, and it came back up for half an hour, and it went right back down. But because it came
Absolute
up,
bastards. Oh, it went back up. We fixed it. So
Yep.
we get another 30 days. Eat shit and die.
yes, um, it's pretty criminal.
dang, dude, that's tough.
Yeah.
Although the guy that was our housing manager is now like not anymore, and we have a different guy, and I think this guy might like actually get the issue fixed.
All right. Good stuff.
So, yeah. Cool.
E underscore dice underscore room. Posted Aaron's server right. Sorry guys, just doing the social media blast.
Blast. Just gotta get it out there.
So, anyways, I started blasting.
I started blasting.
Let's get one thing straight right here. I'm gonna say some words down here I haven't had the chance to say before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say homie. I'm going to say bro.
I don't even know if
I'm going to say my man. And I'm gonna say faux show.
You need to be
I'm
very
gonna
careful.
say the N-word.
You need to be very, very careful.
Dude, Danny DeVito is just, he gets away with everything because everyone's just like, oh,
It's Danny DeVito. What harm is he doing? What harm is he doing?
Oh yeah, chaps. Have you been watching the Percy Jackson show?
I watched the first episode. I'm waiting for it all to come out so that I can binge it.
Binge it. That's fair. That's fair. I really like what they've done so far. I think the new scenes he added actually like fit the story really well.
I heard that they like removed Annabeth's love for architecture. Like because she didn't say anything about the St. Louis Arch or something. I haven't watched the episode. That's just what I like read.
So
because spoilers are inevitable at this point.
I mean, kinda, but like I don't know if that's necessarily like means that she just doesn't have it at all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Welcome on in, folks.
Yeah.
Welcome on in. We'll be starting in just a second.
They removed it for a very specific reason, and I think I could talk about it more, but I don't want to spoil it, obviously. So
I will say I did watch A Knight's Tale last night, which is like a complete and utter swivel.
great.
But like, it is so good, and like the acting just stands up so well.
Yeah.
I mean, the William Thatcher's dad, like the Heath Ledger's character's dad, even though he's blind, like at the end, you can just see the pride in his eyes. Like there's so much emotion conveyed for someone who can't see, and it's really cool. I love it. Steven, I do believe it's just about time though.
It's always cool when there's like really good actors and just horrible movies. A Knight's Tale's a good movie. I'm not talking about that, but
no, yeah, Velocipaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Oscar-worthy performances on that one. They really got snubbed.
Did you guys see Godzilla -1?
No.
I heard it was really good.
Dude, it's so good. You guys.
Yeah.
I heard that it was kind of going back towards what Godzilla originally was, which was like the sort of
actual
unseen
monster.
horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
But yeah.
good evening, every single one of you who has decided to grace us with your time today. We are here with another special episode of From the Shadows featuring myself, Steven, as your DM. And if we will go on the bottom left to right, we'll introduce our players and their characters. And we'll get into a couple more announcements, and we'll get right back into the thick of it.
Hi guys, I'm Chaps. I play Damien Hearthstone, the completely human barbarian.
Yo, I'm Davis, and I play Bryn, the Kenku Ranger, and his crow companion Scav.
I am Caleb, and I play Hygith, the human fighter.
And that little black box is, I can't get rid of it, so it's there.
That little
Anyways,
black box is the chat, so it's every single one of
Yeah,
you
all
people.
of you were
Exactly.
represented.
As
That's
soon
your,
as you talk,
your
as soon as
representation.
you talk, you'll see it. But
In the words of
yes, you.
in the words of Paul Bettany, all of you people without a cushion under your ass. That's one of his lines from A Knight's Tale.
It's lost on me. I
Oh,
haven't seen
yeah.
the movie.
You
Paul
have
Bettany's
that.
in it.
That's interesting. I
Dude, you
recommend
have to.
watching it.
It's so good.
But
It's on Hulu.
to divert off of our already, 3 multiple different train tracks that we consider thoughts to be on. I don't even know if that made sense. I want to again say thank you for a successful year of a partnership with Oak Lounge Games. It hasn't been a full year, but as we just had a stream to celebrate the Dice Room being a year old, I want to give another thank you to this partner being Oak Lounge Games. And to remind everyone, if you go on their website, which we highly recommend, we have it linked in on our Discord and our Twitch and pretty much all of our social media. Go browse their products, and if you see something you like, of course we recommend you buy it. But if you do choose to buy it, use the code DiceRoom10 at checkout, and you'll get 10% off every single thing they have listed on their website. Did you have something you were going to say, Dylan?
No, me? No, I don't ever.
Oh
interrupt.
no, he doesn't interrupt. He doesn't really have. He's
Well,
constantly pretty quiet.
since you gave me the opportunity, no.
Yeah, Dylan's a really quiet guy. It takes a while for him to
Yeah.
like open up and start talking.
Yeah.
He's
You're right.
usually
I
Or
actually
local
don't like to
presence.
talk a lot. That's why I'm actually a silent film actor.
So that's why you're playing a barbarian.
real Charlie Chaplin here.
Words,
Mhm.
few.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
action than words.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Specifically silent film, adult film actor. It's really a niche.
Okay.
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
Bakugo.
I just got a lot of
Imagine you see some action happening, and then it cuts to the black screen with the
Oh.
I just know.
Yes.
Oh, great heavens! I'm about to splurge.
Oh, good heavens!
Oh, good heavens.
All right, let's stop pretending we have sex and start pretending we're wizards. D&D, come on.
There we go.
At
It's
least
a transition.
I'll say we're staying
It's a
in our
segue.
imagination, so it's okay.
Man.
But on top of having a fantastic relationship with them, we just want to thank all of you who have been here with us for this entire ride. If you missed it this past Saturday, we did a 1-year stream and we had a big announcement. We will reiterate that announcement at the end, so please stay tuned. But also go back and check any of our previous streams. And lastly, before I get back into the notes from our last session, a couple homebrew rules, one of which is basically we have our infamous nut punch, to where we haven't really talked about this in a while. We haven't used it in a while, but you can get a free action to attack someone with a nut punch, 1 per session. You may not use your inspiration on it, and if you roll a nat 20, you instantly kill them unless I deem them to be a boss, and then they drop down to half health and lose all their legendary resistances. Aside from that, we are going to jump into the notes from the last session. And I want you to know the notes that I have are: Damien passed an insane animal handling check and now has a displacer beast as a pet. Its name is Phantom. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I was about to say I have very in-depth notes from last session. From the Shadows, session date 1/8/24. Pluck can cast Featherfall. Phantom the Displacer Beast. This concludes my notes.
Mine are even more detailed. The only thing I put in last session was the number 10. 10 what? I don't know.
All right, so
Guys, we're like D&D pro.
We're prodigies at this game, man. They don't do it better anywhere else.
But
Oh, man.
seriously, the party was able to fight their way through the first encounter outside the cave entrance and began their trek into the deepest parts of the cave that they have stumbled upon. They opted to not use torches and rely on dark vision, while Bryn held on to Damien's arm as they went deeper.
Holding onto his cape, touching his arm would be kind of fruity, kind of zesty. Bryn's not about that. I presume Damien's not about that. Oh, no one will assume anything though. Kind of twink, isn't he?
So you never know. My bad. His cape as they went deeper. As they traveled, they found a massive, seemingly impenetrable door with 3 key slots. Fortunately, they saw 3 keys right next to the door. Upon inspecting the door, they were able to see several magical notes carved into the door, yet the notes were not harboring any secretive magic themselves. The session drew to a close when they finally lit a torch and examined the keyholes again and realized that the keys were color-coded. And that is about where we ended it, right?
Well, I think we first inserted the keys
Y'all
in the
did.
wrong color.
Y'all did it without
Yeah,
knowing
after
it was
seeing the color.
color-coded, and y'all took some damage. Is 10 how much damage you took? No, I only did 1d6 damage. If you took 10, I'd be scared.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
It was-
because it was
Oh, I took
because we
3.
because
I think.
Yeah, I took
because we
6.
passed the
Yeah.
yeah. I think I only took 3 as well because I passed the check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only
My
took
notes-
3 because my max
notes
health is
from-
82.
I was gonna say my notes from last session I think are more detailed than both of y'all's. I had the word inspiration written down and then I deleted it.
Yeah, now you know. That's honestly more impactful. You know you don't have inspiration compared to. I know there is a number 10, and
See, I'm
it has
using
something
this-
to do with
this-
what's happening.
I'm using this lovely book that was gifted to me by our lovely DM, and the pen that came with it. So mine are hard. Mine are hard.
That
They're
is
good.
why you're an adult actor.
Hard notes.
Okay. So as the 3 of you have just inserted the 3 keys into the 3 holes and turned them simultaneously, and you hear a big chunk, whatever, as the lock begins to open and the door, stone grinding on stone, you hear it as it slowly opens from the middle, and it goes left and right, and y'all are now able to walk in. What you see before you is you see another hall that leads to a smaller opening, which from where you can tell looks like it's going to open up into a bigger room, which is probably going to be the epicenter of this cave. What would y'all like to do?
Can I do a perception check to see what all's around?
You may.
I'm gonna use my new bullet dice.
I really
this.
thought you were going to say, I'm going to use my new inspiration.
Can I also make a perception check?
You may.
Oh, wait, that was a
D6.
D6.
I assume we
That was a
did. We
D6.
lit a torch in order to see the keels. It's still lit, right?
It is.
Well, I did say that we put it out as
I got a
As we have, we were planning on putting it out as we opened the door. That makes sense. So, okay, so I can't make a perception check. I'm just standing around in the
You
dark.
can.
I got a 27.
Okay, good. No need them.
I will not be using my new bullet dice.
Okay.
I dropped all of them.
Ah,
Oh,
Sorry.
unfortunate.
all right.
I do have a +3.
So with a
9.
28 or whatever you rolled, Damien, let's go with you first.
I got a
I
9.
know. Let's,
I was a
let's-
27.
Let's go with you first, Damien. You see exactly what I just described.
Ow.
You see the tunnel continues to where there looks like there is a smaller entryway than this one larger door that we just went through, and it appears to open up into a bigger cavern, which you can only assume to be the epicenter of the cave.
I relay that to the party.
Well, we all already knew that, except for me. But I do appreciate you relaying it now, because I can't fucking see anything. Does it look like there's anything dangerous? Can we light a torch? I can't. I'm just kind of fumbling around over here.
No, trust me. Just keep holding on to the cape.
This stinks.
Hagen, you are able to see, of course, the same things. You are able to see that there is nothing I'm gonna say sketchy because I can't think of the right word. In between here and that small opening. But what you can also see is a little further in the room. You see a light flickering off to the left, but what is slightly illuminated, because I mean it is still quite dark, appears to be a bookshelf of sorts and a desk with notes and books sprawled or scrawled all over the place. You obviously you're too far away to tell what it is exactly. You can't tell what any of the books are, what any of the things say, but it looks like a very used study, as far as the very faint light that you can see.
Looks like a nerd lives down there.
Oh, probably the nerd we're looking for, right? And the fucking freshman who ran off from school and ruined everything.
Yeah, just gotta see a bunch of
Yes,
books and
probably.
papers crumbled around.
Let's do it. Guys, listen, I'm just saying. I really think that we have a good chance here, and I think it's gonna be great. So let's just. Is it hands in the middle? Eh?
If I could see where you're putting your hand, I might consider doing it, but
It's what I like. Grab his arm and like guide it over. Aggie.
Okay, so I have an idea. For intimidation purposes, maybe we should run at this guy with our pants off.
oh yeah, how is anyone supposed to respond when they see it just three dudes with no pants on?
Like they
With
did back in the old
huge
days.
schlongs.
They
Yeah,
used to
with
flash
hogs. I'm cool
Really
with that.
just flapping in the wind.
I'll get a bonus to my persuasion checks, I think, because of that rule we had where I get a bonus, but only when my pants are off. So if everyone's game, I'm game.
I mean, I would prefer. It's kind of a one piece, so I'd prefer
One Piece. Sorry.
Yeah.
The One Piece is real.
Can we get much higher? Okay. I take my pants off.
Give me just a minute, and Damien has to like unzip his, like undo his shirt because it's a one piece. It's a jumper, so he just
Oh, does it have the little
he's
buttons
like
on the bottom?
completely. He's got his cloak on, and that's it.
Cloak and boots. That's the only things he's wearing.
I don't want to step on a sharp rock.
No, I understand. I kept my boots on too.
Yeah.
Or rather, I had to take them off and then put them back on. It was a bit
I'll
awkward
just-
in the dark, but you know,
Unzip and flop it out.
minimalistic.
You know,
Okay.
that would have been a much smarter plan than what I did.
All right.
Or actually, I guess I just kind of hike up my robes and drop the trousers.
All right, let's go. I'm charging in.
All right.
Does anyone want to ride on the sword with me? Just really.
The implication here is not good, and I'm not writing on anything to do with you right now. I'm going into the room. You can follow behind me, I guess.
Hey, don't trip. Don't trip on your way in. Is that?
I'm going.
that
I'm
would hurt.
running into the light. I don't care about tripping at all.
Okay.
Is,
I'm totally unfazed.
So is the reason that Bryn gets the bonus and Hygith doesn't? Is Bryn just a shower confirmed?
No, it's
Bryn, it
because
might be
he's-
that. It's also just that Bryn is ugly. Bryn is ugly, but he becomes substantially like you become distracted from his face because your eyes are now drawn to the
To
meat rod.
There's
that's
the
like
hog,
disproportionate, the disproportionately long. Because like you're a human and you have a hog. This is a bird with the same sized hog who's like maybe a half as tall as you.
I think.
And
the
it's like a third of his weight too. I mean,
Yeah,
you,
like
you gotta give him
it's-
something.
It's crazy.
It is also
it's funny.
because he is like 3 feet tall, and a third of that is from the hog. So
It drags on the floor.
yeah. So yes, there are reasons, but mainly the big reason is Hygith was already attractive. So,
Yeah, Hygith's
Yeah,
a sexy man.
but
And so is Damien.
okay, so y'all are gonna ration their hogs out.
Mhm.
Who's paying
Yeah.
for my therapy?
You don't deserve any therapy to be paid for after what you did to Dylan's character. This is way
Exactly.
Oh.
after what Damien went through just a few sessions ago. It's been a while now, but
It
I
has
won't let
been
you
a while.
forget.
That's reasonable.
That was actually like a while ago.
That was like
Mhm.
session
Yeah.
4. I don't know. But
A couple months, but I doubt he's forgotten. I doubt he ever
I
will.
never.
I
forgot.
also haven't forgotten.
it's okay.
I was traumatized.
I forgot. I wasn't traumatized. Alrighty. So all of
Damien
y'all-
was. He still wakes up in the middle of the night. Being the.
Oh yeah. Quick. What was his name? Quick.
His name
quick,
was.
quick,
It was
quick.
like.
Nope.
It was another
I
Russian
can't
name or
remember.
something. It was like Dmitri or some
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Dimitri.
Why is the one who wasn't in the room? Why does he remember
It was
the name?
Dimitri.
Because he had to console Damien. He was Damien's therapist for a while.
Okay.
It's okay, Damien. He can't get you over here. You're a stronger fighter than him. Even if his
In my defense, I was gonna say Igor. So I mean, like it was close.
yeah, similar
It was like
origin
it was in
points.
Russian.
Quite stereotypical.
They both have eyes in them, so
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And ours. Incredible.
Anyways, so the three of y'all decide to rush the room.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
we're not naked. We just have hogs out.
Well.
Yeah, my armor's still on. My hawk is just out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've still the second skin of the Shadowborn is like a chest piece, so it's still good.
Yeah, because I'm wearing breastplate, so like there's no pants component to it. I just wear pants.
Okay.
Yeah. Full plate, different story.
Are
But
y'all
breastplate.
Are y'all screaming? Like, are y'all weapons raised, ready to go?
No, we're just strolling.
Wait, guys. Maybe we should take a diplomatic approach. There might have been like a reason he did this. Are we seriously gonna do this?
Well, there's no reason we can't have a conversation with our hogs out.
Yeah, I wasn't saying rush them. I was just saying we walk up just
Okay.
casually with our hogs out.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll slow down. I got a little excited. And
Guys, personally,
You got
I
what?
feel
The
you
blood's going
know
to the wrong head.
I feel inferior next to you guys. I'm gonna put my pants back on.
dude, you're 1 inch inferior. It's okay.
I know, but
You are
still,
you
know.
are so far above the average. Most women would find it unpleasant. Just calm down, Damien. It's all right. Seriously, I get women looking at me like I'm a freak. They think I'm a freak.
Isn't that usually when you have your pants on though?
In my homeland, I was known as the three-legged bird. The three-legged bird. They bullied me. Do you think I'm happy about this? No.
Oh my god. The three-legged bird.
When I get excited, I pass out sometimes. I don't have that much blood in me. We all have our burdens to bear, and that's why we have to go talk to this dude here. Maybe he has some really good reason, his villain origin story, for why he's been doing all these horrible things. Maybe he has a penis that's too big for his body.
I think he might be right.
Someone
I think
someone clip that. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good. I think he might be right. I don't know. Maybe
Oh
Brandon.
god.
Really, the only advantage we get is if you walk out there. But I feel like if me and Damien don't have our pants on, it's not really helpful.
So you're thinking my horrifying physique is the only. That's the intimidating part. Okay, yeah, that really affirms my insecurities. But all right, yeah, let's keep going. We got to use it for something, all right?
Yeah, it's like when Bruce Banner was
it's
like,
not
you only like me for the Hulk. Damien puts his one piece back on.
Got to stop saying it every time. I'm so tempted to go.
Gonna get much higher.
All right.
Yeah, I'm strolling in. No, nothing is stopping me anymore.
So, as the three of you continue forward, you make your way to the to that smaller entranceway, and as you're all closer, you can again see over to the left looks like a little bit of a living area. There is a small magical kitchen of sorts. You don't know quite how it works, but you can see that it looks to be a kitchen, and there isn't smoke here, so you assume it's magical. You see a light flickering over in that same area, which lets you see more of that study type room that was mentioned earlier. give me an investigation check if you want to see anything else with the room, or if you want to try to see anything else with the room. Otherwise, let me know what y'all want to do.
I rolled a 12 on investigation. I guess I'd like to center it over at like the desk of the study, and he like easily, like if there's papers sitting on the desk that look like they were more recently written on or used.
Yeah, I got a
I also
19.
rolled a 12, and I'd also like to investigate the same spot that Brent's investigating.
Okay.
You're right on
I got
top
a
of me. Go
19.
somewhere else. Go to the kitchen or something. Go check his pantry.
I'll go check the pantry.
So, as y'all, are y'all like going up to it, or are you staying where you are?
I'll walk closer to it unless
I'm
something
gonna just go
horrible
up to
happens.
it without like any hesitation.
I will get to Damien after I do this. So as far as the two
That means
of you,
something bad's gonna happen.
no,
I got a feeling.
as the two of you are going, you get closer here. You look at the notes. Let's see, with a 12, and none of y'all really being magic, like having a massive magic background, you can't quite really tell what it is. That there's been studying, but I mean there are notes dating back, from what you can tell, a couple years, and notes that appear to be as new as what you can assume today. You aren't able to decipher most of what it is trying to say, but as the two of you are able to look at it, you are able to pick out some key words. You see cursed, you see fog, and you are able to see dispel. So, Dylan, what does Damien want to do?
I rolled a 19, so I just sort of, I guess I'll sort of look at the same things. Damien's mother was the town healer, so he might have some extra knowledge about kind of that, maybe.
There are things I'd probably give you a bonus for that you may see later, but with what this is, I think being a town healer probably isn't going to relate well enough.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a town healer doesn't deal with curses.
Yeah, usually just like first level druidic type stuff.
But so as you go and you approach, you are able to see the same thing for the most part. But let's see. Give me 1 second. I was reading some things or I was writing some things, and now I don't even see where I wrote it.
It's okay, Stephen. We believe in you.
So basically, give me a history check, Damien. Only you.
A history.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I grab my D20? I should have grabbed my D20. It's a 13.
13. So you were looking at the things, and you were able to see a couple similarities. Every single one of these notes are signed. They are signed by a name that you don't quite recognize, even though you think that you should. But that word that is signed is Altuan. The books that are written, they're from various different scholars, all seeming to be on dispelling powerful curses. And then you do see one note that is pinned on a sort of beadboard type of thing, and on it is one word that is circled, and it says kill switch. As for everything else, what you see is what they saw. Those are really the only real differences that you're able to find looking at this study.
So, table talk. He's obviously pulling one over on us. Kill switch is going to kill everyone at the college, isn't it?
It could be that, or
Yeah,
he
but
could just
also,
be playing it literally because
there's
it is all that
spell-
stuff about dispelling.
Yeah.
So, is there any like sign of where the nerd went?
Can I?
Right now, no, y'all don't see them.
Mm-hmm. But is there like any sign of where he went though?
No. I mean, y'all can, I suppose, roll again to see if you see like where he is. But no, I mean,
Can I roll an Arcana check?
you may, absolutely.
That's good. He might be invisible.
Well,
Haigith
that a-
Ruguk.
Was that a nat one?
no. Is it
No.
2?
Darn close though.
May I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Do I perceive any Arcana?
Oh, darn.
Any
Darn.
magic phenomena coming to mind for Haigith?
So I got the tea.
Should I take that as a no?
Yeah, no.
Man.
No.
Oh, heavens no.
Oh,
Oh man.
Can I
yes.
perceive
What would you like to try to perceive?
things?
Things that have not been revealed and are relevant to our current situation.
Roll a check.
No, but actually, can I just look around the like kitchen and the study again and just see if I see anything that like.
Yeah, we never actually we didn't check his pantry. Can I go check his pantry when he's done with what he's doing? I want to see what he's got.
I checked the pantry.
Yeah, but he didn't. I don't think Steven. I think Steven might have thought it was a joke, so he didn't. He didn't tell us what was in his pantry, and I need to know.
Yeah.
So basically, the kitchen, pantry, living area are all going to be over to the left, where the light is. So you're in better light at this point.
I got an 18 in perception, by the way.
So as y'all go over there, you were able to see a bed that has been recently slept in. You were able to see that magical stove, like I told you, has some boiling water on it. It is obviously not turned on anymore. The boiling is beginning to slow, but it is very much still technically boiling.
Hey, do you remember what this guy's name was?
It's on that thing Damien was reading. He said it. In game, he said it.
Oh,
I assume he relayed all the information he gained from his check to us. We just didn't want to repeat the same stuff over and over again. But
so his name was
start with an A, right? Like an AL.
Altwan.
Altwan. Okay. I'm gonna have Scav sniff at his bed because crows have a very good sense of smell. So they can, if it smelled the same thing, like I'm figuring it might not be as good as like a hunting dog or something, but if it smelled the same smell, it might be able to point him out to us if we get close to him.
Okay, if you get close, so you're basically getting him trained on the scent. Like, okay.
Yeah, like if you smell this again, let me know.
Absolutely, I like that.
Oh, can I also tell Ben to do the same thing?
Absolutely.
Ooh, can I also tell?
I knew that was about to
Can I
happen.
also tell Phantom to do the same thing?
Yeah, Phantom's at the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, we left Phantom back at the thing, right?
Yes, Phantom is asleep at the mouth of the cave because y'all made him stay up all last night.
And now he's on watch duty, and he fell asleep because
All right. Yes. So basically, as Ben and Scav, isn't it Scav?
Yeah.
Okay. Go up. They sniff. They familiarize themselves with the scent. Are basically all three of y'all looking at them on the bed?
Yeah.
They immediately alert and point behind you.
Oh shit, he is invisible. He was hiding in here somewhere.
He is not invisible, but as soon as y'all realize what he does, whether it be y'all immediately jump around in fear, whether y'all are kind of paralyzed because it's like, oh shit, you hear a magical door activate. As magical as, you can tell that a door sounds. And that one entryway into this smaller room is now sealed off. And you hear a voice. And the voice just goes,
It is at the beginning of eternity and at the end of time and space.
You know, that's really funny. I just checked your stat block, Dylan. Hygith only has 43 feet of climb speed.
You're right.
That's
Hygith
crazy.
does only have 43 feet of climb speed. Damien still has 44.
My bad. Damien has 43 feet of climb speed. Wow.
Oh my god, that's
Little
funny.
by little.
And he goes and he says, just as simple. Oh, he almost lets out a deep sigh, almost of regret, almost confusion, almost curiosity. It's like, who sent you? Could they finally not bear to wait? Could they finally not bear to see what happened of me? Are they dying to know my future? Are they dying to know what has happened to me?
I don't really
it
seem
was
to
kind
care
of-
about
I'm gonna be
you.
honest, I don't really think anybody he actually knows who you are.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
you're not as
they
important
did,
as you think you are.
Oh, I
they
can
did
promise
send
you.
us to find you, but it was kind of that and a combination of finding the river of blood. So I mean, it was
Yeah,
it was
there's
a
kind of a-
two-pronged approach.
Kind of an evil fog that's descended on the town, and
Yeah.
this little ploy for attention. It's mainly about the fog and less about you.
Oh,
I mean,
can
hey,
promise you
buddy,
the fog
listen.
is exactly about me. This nonsense.
Listen.
This.
Buddy, personally, I thought the fog was cool. I really did.
I do think it gives a cool, ominous atmosphere.
Hey.
It's me in an academic mood, so honestly,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get rid of it. But They
It
seem
makes
to
me
have
want to
different minds.
study, personally.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know how to get rid of it. So even if y'all want to, even if someone else wants to, I'm not the one because I didn't make it. But let me guess, you've been sent here to kill me, knowing that it'll dispel the fog. Is that right?
I mean, I don't think kill was the
Yeah, I
right
mean,
word.
if you didn't do it, and if you're trying to dispel it, we'd love to try and help you. But we need to
Exactly.
figure out what your role in all this is before we do anything.
My role. My role is I was a damned student. That's it. I was a student who knew where I came from, who knew who I was, and wasn't afraid to do what I wanted. I wanted to study necromancy. I wanted to study dark magic, and that was banned by the college. But Scantly never got onto me. She even encouraged it quietly. But no, the other students, they were jealous of me because they didn't have the balls to break the rules to do what they wanted. So
Based
my
So you're
role
just a
in
little
this-
edge.
What'd you say?
No, I said you're just a little edge.
I get mumbles under his breath. So you're just a fucking edgelord, then, huh?
So-
I,
question. 1, how many anime posters are up in this room? 2, based off the smell, when was the last time this dude showered? Shower?
what?
Not your room.
Mod, the second Discord mod we fought in the
this
last
dude.
3 weeks.
No. It's like there's the hell is anime? And
No, this was Chaps asking the DM.
No anime, but he does have a clay golem of a rather busty woman. He's been lonely.
Is it in like a massive jar or?
No. It
Does
is
he have
not.
another one in a jar that's
No.
of like a horse?
No. No. No.
No.
No.
No. Okay, he doesn't have any of that stuff then. So enough with the idle prattle. I asked what your role in this was, not your entire life story about how you love necromancy and fucking dead people.
Okay, minus the second part, or I guess the third part. The second part's important. I like necromancy, and that is why this first part is important. Because that fucking student Fontaine was
Is necromancy the magic, or is that necrophilia?
necromancy.
There's
is the
no
magic.
They're the
Necromancy
same.
is
They're the
it's the
same. They're the
magic.
same thing.
I mean, not really. I mean,
At this
necromancy,
point-
you
They just-
conjure up really
they
cool armies of
They
the
just
dead.
want to fuck dead people who can like fuck
At
back.
this
That's all.
point-
That's the only reason they do it.
You hear a
Yeah,
snap of his
makes sense.
fingers, and the magical kitchen roars to life in the midst of a fireball, and says, I have a line that I do not cross, and that is that line.
Okay. If you've
You
got
have any
got some
idea
principles.
what using magic to cook food does to the economy?
Do you have any idea what being excommunicated from your place of study because of someone else's jealousy does to your mindset? You don't give a fuck about the economy.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, tell
Okay.
me about the Fontaine character.
Yeah,
I
I was
assume
going to say,
he's the one
you
who
mean-
got you excommunicated from the college.
Yes.
you mentioned this Fontaine fellow. He sounds like a prick.
So he's a drow who came to the college as a student at the same time as me. He was always jealous of me. Not my looks, not my game, but my willingness to do what no one else would. I was willing to disobey. I studied dark magic. I studied necromancy. I did what I wanted, and I learned as I pleased. And he was jealous. He even told me, I believe he never had the balls to do what I did for fear of being kicked out, and it pissed him off that I never was. He has to be the one that organized this, knowing I'd be the prime suspect. Even if I wasn't expelled, I'd be run off. And of course, it worked exactly to his plan.
So
Here we've got a solution then. We're gonna
let's
help.
just go kill Fontaine.
Yeah, there's no need for this moping out here. I understand you were kind of alone when this all went down. Everyone, thought ill of you for your willingness to do what they weren't willing to do. But now you're not alone. We'll help you. We'll help clear your name and get you back into the good graces of the college, and maybe we can even, because what do you plan on using necromancy for? It's kind of forbidden for some reasons. Why do you want to transgress them?
I have family who was murdered, and all I truly seek with my knowledge is, of course, greatness. I'm not going to lie. I desire to be the greatest. I desire to be the best, the smartest. But I desire to see my family again, even if only momentarily.
Friend, as someone else who has lost family, you do not want to see them in that way. Trust me, you would only be doing a disservice to their memory. You want to remember them the way they were when they were alive. And while that's hard, and after a while memories fade and it gets harder to remember, it's better than seeing them in a decayed, form that has been worm food for however long.
I respect.
It's
what
not
you're
an
saying.
easy.
I respect what you're saying, but I'll let you speak, tall redhead one.
Oh, I never had a family, but I don't want to do necromancy. So maybe if I hit you on the head really hard, I can make you forget about your family, and then you just would be good.
I get.
That's a reasonable idea, and under normal circumstances, I would still say no. But y'all are looking at it with the uneducated eye. Necromancy sure is the bringing back of the dead, the revival of the dead, the bringing undeath to the death, but y'all don't understand. I've been able to work and blend these schools of magic, and I believe that I can restore their life to a recently deceased corpse. I'm not ready to do this. I'm not ready to do this, but, well, you have a good point. I don't want to see them walking around in a worm-infested corpse.
No. That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, one, if you make fun of me or my friends again for our lack of, schooling, I'll give you a wedgie so bad you will see your family.
For your lack of...
Two.
Please speak common. What did you just say? Your lack of what?
You call this,
Your lack of
uneducated. Our lack of schooling.
Because I don't have that fancy book learning doesn't mean we aren't qualified. Also, I've got a few questions for you. So I take it you are a wizard specifically.
Correct.
That is so.
Nerd.
Sorry. You've done all this cool experimentation. Have you considered being a cleric instead? Because then you don't have to cast Animate Dead. You can cast True Resurrection and bring them back.
Revivify.
Yeah, but Revivify only works if they've been dead for a minute, and they've
That
probably
is
taken
fair.
more than
That
a
is
minute.
fair. Or or
Mm.
if they've died within 10 days, you could take, some druidic and not regenerate, what is it? Reincarnate.
Yeah, stuff like that. You can.
What are y'all talking about?
Wizardry is not arcane magic is not the ideal path to resurrection, at least from my understanding. I've seen clerics work miracles like that, but wizards normally just blow stuff up and cast haste on people.
But
Exactly. No,
I
see,
want
I
to-
prefer the druidic approach just because it's a very herbalist, it's a very natural way of living. I know a great friend with a dispensary that would be willing to hook you up.
Use some THC, bro. Poor Altswan having to put up with us. What the hell are we doing to this guy?
Sounds like
let
he
me
needs
ask
some
you a
flexibility.
question. You
Mhm.
just said, "Oh, I know druids can do this. I know clerics can do this." But what else did you say? You don't know that wizards can do this. If I am out here and I create a new type of magic, if I do something never before done by a wizard, I became the one who did that. I became the one who can. I become the greatest.
I'm questioning your motivation a bit. It seems like it's more about your pride than it is about bringing your family back. Because if it were really about bringing your family back, you could have just taken up the clergy and figured out how to do it that way using divine magic. But you want it to be your knowledge that brings them back, your mastery
I
of
said,
the
my knowledge,
arcane.
my skill, I want it to be me. I don't want to rely on somebody else. We've seen in just my brief time here what somebody else can do to another. I don't want that. I want this to be me. My work, my skill, my knowledge, my magic. I want to be the greatest there is. I want to rival Eltora. I want to rival Scamly. I want to be the one that Mistra recognizes as the best there is.
Hey, Gale.
I almost said rival Gale. Dylan's hand was up first.
So one, and I do not mean this the wrong way, but was your family ever like proud of you for like going the wizard path, or did they like want you to take up the family cobbling business or something like that? Because this is all giving it's giving daddy issues, if you know what I mean. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I truly do. But you're a very ambitious young man, and I just feel like it could be focused better.
Yeah, you're misplacing it a
True.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, like, you could always still like go visit your family, even if it's past all of these, crazy deadlines. If you learn to speak with death spell.
The speak with dead spell puts me back in that first point that you said we want to avoid, which is remembering the maggot-ridden corpses. So,
Well, I mean, you don't have to like see them. You could just like cast it like at their grave and let them talk to you, depending on how cool your DM is with like bending the rules a little bit.
Yeah, depending on how Mistress feeling that day, she'd probably let that slide.
Yeah,
regardless,
it might just be a little muffled. Get them one of those little like those speaky things that they put in the coffins for a
Yeah,
while.
get 2 tin cans and then put a string between them. But okay, all of this aside, I need to understand what your goal here is, because you come across a wizard with all of these creepy defenses around his little cave he lives in now, talking about I'm gonna be the greatest wizard in the world and the master of necromancy and all. And I understand the cause for why you want these things, but I don't know if I can let you get what you want if what you want is kind of weird. So just lay it out for me what your long-term plans are once you are, the great wizard that Mistra, your Mistra's chosen. What's your grand design?
well, that much is simple. It's what everyone who wants to be the greatest, they want to be the wealthiest. I want to be able to sell my services. I want to create a service that no one else has, a religious, free, true resurrection. I want to be able to go wherever I want and name my price, go talk to the King of Haven for all I care, and sell him his long lost wife's return. I want to be rich. I want to be famous. I want to be rich. I want to be the best. That's my plan. My plan is if we are able to lift this, I hope I will be taken back in by the college. I would like to continue my studies there. I'd like to work with El Toro. I'd like to work with Scantley. And I would like...
Oh, we'd all like to work with Scantley, if you know what I mean.
She's a fine one. She's definitely a fine one.
I apologize.
Speaking of Scantily, kind of sounds like you just want to impress her and Altora, and
You keep mentioning them. Do you have like a crush or something?
seems like
Well, it's...
Because Altora's probably open again. Are you cool with that? Have you dropped off of her? Or are you still about her? How you?
we might get in a fight.
Okay. Because I'm personally, Scantily seems like she's probably poly. I'm gonna be honest. She seems that way. I feel like I've got a shot with her.
I just gotta be honest, man.
If you want a piece too, that's all right.
Personally, I'm just looking for the right lady. You know.
Yeah, he's Damien's still waiting for the right girl to come by.
Well, the reason...
Or man.
The reason I
Or not a
mentioned...
No, woman. I'm straight, dude.
Okay.
The reason I mentioned
Just
them
didn't want to assume.
is because...
No, I
do
just
you know
listen.
the other
I'm sorry if this is a
professors?
disappointment. I just don't swing that way.
Poor Altoine's like trying. We're having a Damien is
Sorry.
shooting down Heiget's
Sorry.
homosexual advances. Meanwhile, Altoine's like sitting there like, what the fuck, guys?
Villain monologue going. Listen, man, it's not my bag. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't.
I
You're
don't
a very
swing
attractive
that
guy.
way.
You're just and even if I did swing that
Yes.
way, you wouldn't be my type.
That's so weird.
You're like the "This is Rocket League" thing.
What?
Oh,
I
there's like a
haven't
really
seen this.
famous clip of like this guy, like commentating on a Rocket League game, and he's just like, "This is Rocket League." But
This is Rocket League.
yeah, it's just like, "This is D&D." Anyway, sorry.
That's
Right,
just
Alphonse.
mahogany.
Altoine,
Continue.
if we're going to
Dance
help
one.
you, we need to discuss no, there's an L in there, right? It's Altoine, right?
It's Altuan.
Yeah, stupid. We need to discuss the terms of our compensation because you want to be compensated, but we will have our hand in it, and we need to understand how you can compensate us for our efforts.
I don't really feel like I need to compensate a whole lot.
Are y'all...
Yeah, we don't need to compensate. We don't compensate, but you compensate us. Because I don't know if you've noticed, I haven't put it away. It's pretty impressive, right?
I don't want to entertain any of this, but I agree. You don't compensate. Please continue. Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to address this in order, but you three might be the most unorthodox trio I have quite possibly ever met.
Thank you.
That's not
Appreciate
a
it.
compliment, White One.
Unorthodox problems require
I have a
unorthodox
question.
solutions.
Why are you more
Wait,
pale
wait,
than
wait,
the
wait, wait, wait,
redhead?
wait, wait. Did he just call me white
I
one?
did. Why are you more pale than the redhead? I'm raising
I
questions.
I'm melatonin deficient. Not melatonin, melanin deficient.
That explains why you're awake. Okay. Awake at night. I get it. I get it. We're piecing things together, kind sir. But y'all asked.
How do you know
why
I'm
do I
awake?
only
Have you been
mention-
following us?
Y'all mentioned y'all asked why I only mentioned Scantley and El Toro. Well, who are the other professors? You know who they are? Joseph, Martin, Lorelei, her dumb self, and
Nobody's.
whatever she teaches. I can't even say it right now because it just makes me want to hurl. So no, they're the only two professors at the college that are worth a shit, and they're the only two I want to work with.
There's this play. It's one of my personal
As
favorite
for
plays.
what I will
Hey.
reimburse you, if reimburse is even the correct word, if we are able to truly lift this curse together, which I believe my research will allow me to do. When I perfect my research, if the time comes, I will offer you one true resurrection in a new body.
That's interesting.
Okay.
But
Alright,
we're not dead.
I signal for if you ever wanted to change bodies, if you ever wanted to get a little little melanin in your system that you could try a different body out. But I summon the group. Let's huddle up. We need to discuss this in private for a moment.
I say we just take him with us.
I have an idea. Okay, we help him for a time. Once he finishes his research, we kill him, take the research, bring it to a different professor, and sell it to the highest bidder.
Or hear me out. We don't kill him. We talk him into, maybe readjusting his life goals, and then maybe he turns out to be a really cool and powerful wizard that will help us down the line.
Running scheme. We'll keep an eye on him, see if we can rehabilitate him a bit. If we can't, we kill him and take his notes.
All right.
Okay, but
Roll.
I mean, I'm not.
Short term. I say we take him with us, so we can keep an eye on him.
I would like the.
Okay.
Okay.
Personally, I think maybe just to we can convince him, like tell him that maybe, to sneak him back into the college, we have to tie him up. But personally, I don't think we need to really let him out of our sight. I say we keep him captive in the back of our wagon for now.
I just don't know if he'll agree to that. He's a smart guy. He's smarter than any of us, really. I don't know if he's going to agree to let us tie him up.
I got an education.
Yeah, you're pretty smart, but he's a different level. He's that book smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
And I haven't read a book in a while.
Yeah, you're money smart.
You're street smart.
Yeah.
Can the three of y'all? I'm gonna have the three of y'all roll performance checks for me. Okay.
Performance.
I want to see what y'all roll.
What is that? That's a 6.
A 6, an 8, and a dirty 20.
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
I would use my inspiration on this check.
I have no inspiration. Oh wait, I do have inspiration.
I'm about to let it rip.
I do have inspiration for some reason. I don't know why, but it's there.
Oh wow, we went up to a 9. That's really helpful.
I got a 16 on my inspiration roll.
Okay.
Don't you have wait. Don't you have like advantage on persuasion based rolls? Or charisma based rolls?
Do I have advantage on all charisma based rolls because of my tongue out, or just like one type of roll?
Considering this performance
all
check
charisma stuff
is for you to be not noticed.
Well, I think it would be he'd be so distracted by my dong he wouldn't notice what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So he would hear like I wouldn't be whispering very well, but he wouldn't be able to grasp the meaning of my words because he's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean he's looking like towards us, but it's dragging behind him, so it's still pointing towards the dude.
And then he notices like the snail trail I've left across his whole layer so far, and he doesn't focus on the conversation.
Can we just whisper in Dwarvish?
Oh yeah, we should have just done all this.
Oh yeah, we should have just done that.
That's too late now. We already said all the words. Didn't say they were in Dwarvish.
You're assuming that he doesn't speak.
Yeah, he's really well educated. He probably speaks Dwarvish.
Mm-hmm. So Steven, what's the rolling on the charisma?
Sure, take it.
Okay, I got another chance. One more chance to roll better than that. Oh wow, a 7. Okay, that's helpful.
I want you to know.
Also, I feel like if any of us were to not have been heard, Bryn was definitely the one.
The one we want to not be heard.
Not be heard the most.
Oh man, that's funny. That's real funny. Talk the DM into advantage and still fail the check.
Well, he's talking me into something I did give him on session 1, so.
Yeah.
Y'all hear a voice behind you. Just obviously it's behind you. You can't see, but you can only assume that the muffled is coming from his face being in his palm. Are the three of you finished?
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
What level is this guy? Can I roll a perception check to determine how strong he is?
Yeah, can I do an insight check?
Just be like, no, we're not finished, and then just whisper really loudly and just be like, pss, pss, pss.
Yeah. You can roll Arcana to see if you can figure out what he is.
Oh, Arcana, great.
All right, here comes a great Arcana roll.
In that case, since I rolled a 17, +5 Arcana. That's gonna be a 22.
Okay, great.
Nobody say anything.
Looking at this guy, you see him equipped with a dagger. I see that. That's a very beautiful roll. And you
That's your nut punch.
you see you see.
I rolled a nat 1 on Arcana for the stream.
You see a little scroll tucked into his belt, but when you look at him, you recognize that he is a 9th level spellcaster.
We could beat the shit out of this guy, all three of us. It wouldn't be hard.
Okay.
He's a wizard. He's squishy.
His hit points aren't that high. We could jump him if need be.
Let's be honest, I could maybe kill him in 1 turn.
Honestly, if he knows shield, it might be a little difficult, but we can definitely beat the freaking tar out of this nerd if we have to. So I'm not worried about it.
That's all table talk. That's not said in character.
Yeah, these are my internal thoughts as I'm like
character, Bryn
sizing
goes-
him up.
In character, Bryn goes, if he knows shield, this might be kind of hard.
Nah, I'd win.
It's like the thought, like the internal monologue from Batman: Arkham Asylum. Harley thinks she's trapped me in here. She was never that bright.
Bryn is definitely very Batman-like. He's shown it off in all of these sessions so far. So yeah, and Antoine, we're good. We've discussed our terms. We've come to an agreement. We'll help you. We need to all stick together and find this Fontaine fellow and set shit straight.
And make sure you don't turn evil, because, I mean, that'd just be bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that very much.
We think you're pretty cool, kid.
We're not convincing him at all here. This isn't working.
He's going to kill us.
Gonna try.
The simplest answer is I have no desire to be evil. So you have nothing to worry about. All we have to worry about is who's gonna kill Fontaine first.
Well, I mean, is there any way that we could, like, maybe try and talk to him? Because we weren't even coming in here with the intention to kill you if you had created the fog, necessarily. The main thing is getting the problem solved, and we can try him for crimes against, his college and his people after we finished it. Killing him seems a little like an abstraction of justice.
So, as far as what my research has yielded, the only thing I can think of is with a kill switch being tied to the caster's body. There may be other ways for it to work. I have not been able to find it yet.
Hear me out. Oh wait, never mind. Hygith, you had your arm up first. You go for it.
I have a question. If you want him dead, why not just hire the Ethereal Court?
Well, I have to be able to prove it's him first. But
Do you?
We don't have
I don't
proof
know
yet.
if you know how the Ethereal Court works.
well, no, I have to prove it's him first, or else I'll just sentence an innocent yet bitchy boy to die.
Mm-hmm.
We've killed people for less.
But from what I can tell,
Yeah, well,
about,
for his reputation.
Oh, right,
he's
right,
proven with
yeah.
contact.
but from what I can tell, is that this spell is a dead man's switch spell. Like, concentration doesn't apply here. It's a curse that feeds on its caster's life. If the life is strong, the effect is strong, and if the caster is dead, then the effect disappears. That's all I've been able to find out. So we have to confirm.
Okay, I've got a great way to prove it then. We go over there, we beat Fontaine nearly to death,
Yes.
and we see if the spell starts to wane.
Exactly. Like on a scale of 1
Break his
to
concentration.
exactly. Concentration checks we test out to see if they're
Said
there.
he said that it's
Well,
not a
I mean,
concentration
I was
he
gonna
spell.
say,
said
did y'all
from his
listen?
like estimations, he doesn't know for sure.
I feel like he's relatively sure. Are you relatively
He's
sure, Alphonse?
probably relatively
Let
sure.
me roll.
I'm just trying to get away with not killing a boy.
Well, we're talking about beating him almost to death, and we'll all wear shiesties so they can't tell it was us.
He won't be dead. He'll just
I
be
would say
nearly dead.
he's 85% sure.
That's a solid
85%.
percentage.
It's a
85.
it's a pretty good percentage.
And we
I
have
think
we now have a
I've
concrete way to
gambled
check.
my life on I'm confident killing somebody for 85%.
I was gonna say you've
I have gambled lives for worse odds.
Exactly.
Never tell him the odds, but now the odds are good, so tell him the odds.
Yeah.
Alright. So we do this. Okay. So here, I'm just so that my brain wraps around everything. We do this. We go kick the crap out of this kid. You pay us a lot of money and also agree to abandon your research, and then everything's settled.
We never mentioned abandoning his research. His research is what he's providing us. He's gonna resurrect us or someone else, us into a different body or something. Like we want what he's got. Come on.
I don't want what he's got.
I want what he's got. I could finally be free of the stupid bird body and have people look at me like I'm a weirdo all the time. I could be sexy. I could be an 8 out of 10.
You could end up with like a really small wiener.
That'd be so much more aerodynamic.
Become human.
I can become a human.
What if we just let the druid kill you and then do that? That'd be so much easier.
I don't know. Druids are some sissies.
Or we could find the head of Vecna. I hear that that's a really powerful artifact, and it can be used. Yeah.
It's not on.
Let me write down. Thank God.
All right. So I guess we just go. Let's go kick the crap out of a teenager.
Yeah, and if the fog wanes, then we will kill him and dispose of him.
It's a teenager.
Come on, you're coming with
us.
us.
It's either a teenager or in the early 20s, and that still counts as a teenager in my book.
He's the same age as this guy because they came to college at the same time. He only called him a boy as an insult.
And how old is Eltuan?
About 29.
12.
Okay.
29, and he was a freshman?
He's
I
been
just made that
in
up.
the cave for years.
So what do you think Fontaine has done? Have you kept any files on him? I assume he's graduated, right? Or has he continued his studies there?
I would assume he's graduated, but the only person who would know would be like the professors. But I mean, he is a drow, so we're not going to see many drows on the surface. That'll help. He had white hair last I saw, but I don't know. I mean, he looked kind of, like what's that saying? He should work at Finboy Hooters.
Ooh, all right, you've caught my attention.
He's a twink.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were allowed to say that on stream.
But
it's a word. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
We need to be discreet in how we inquire about where he is now, so that we can, kill him if push comes to shove and not have it be traced back to us.
Wait a minute, Bryn. Didn't we see a guy that matched that exact description at the party that we totally went to while we were waiting on Hygeth to riz up Scant Lee?
Did we? If we did, I did not make note of this incredibly attractive drow man.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Wink, wink. In case a god is listening.
Assuming y'all are speaking...
Steven just sent me a text.
Assuming y'all are talking to me, y'all have met him.
Oh, we have met him.
Now, I didn't describe him.
We met Fontaine.
I didn't describe him.
Fontaine.
But I used his name.
Oh.
Fontaine was the guy that, got me into the college, right?
No, that was,
Fontaine.
That was the math professor, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No.
All right, well, I mean...
was actually mentioned last episode.
Fondue.
He was mentioned...
Was he the shopkeeper?
No, but he was mentioned by the shopkeeper.
All right.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, let's go back. We'll
So
see if our friend the shopkeeper has any cool items.
And we'll find a way to mention Fontaine again in a way that doesn't implicate us in his upcoming most likely murder.
Listen, me and him are buddies at this point. It's fine. As long as we don't say we'll kill him, he'll just think it's the outer end of college check.
I have an idea, though.
Wait, so you're telling me not to go in and just ask him if he knows where Fontaine is?
I've got a solution that might let us do that, though. Altuan, do you know how to cast magic to, disguise people as other people? Could you, make us look like we aren't ourselves so we can go in there, inquire about Fontaine, and not have it be traced back to our actual identities at all?
I think I have some spell scrolls.
Scrolls of disguise self,
Yeah, I
mayhaps.
think I have some of those, but I mean, as far as disguising, all I have is greater invisibility.
Okay, that'll help when we go for the murder itself, but we need to be discreet while gathering this information. So I think those scrolls may come in handy. We're probably gonna pack up and move. Bring whatever you think you will find useful. We have a pretty big, like, kind of little convoy of stuff we haul along with us. So you're welcome to travel with us. We'll get this done immediately. We won't be so scatterbrained. Normally we are very all over the place, but we'll focus for you.
So, what if we just get some like stage makeup, and then we paint Damien and make him look really old and give him a cane?
Yeah, we could send Damien in alone because I'm literally a bird. They're gonna recognize me unless there's magic to make me not a bird person.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but I'm a pretty good actor.
We have
Watch this.
zero.
To be
Zero.
or not to be, that is the question.
Oh, can you do
I hate this guy.
I read a book once. I mean, I read this play once. Had this character. I think his name was Bakugo.
Oh, okay. Can you do that?
Shut your whore mouth right now.
Yeah, it's another story about a school.
Yeah, no, I got this. Die, you stupid nerd.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
That sounds like him.
Yeah,
Sounds like-
I can change my voice really cool. Watch this. This is my impression of Bryn. Look at me, I'm a bird.
That's pretty accurate. I feel like I sound like that. Alton, do I sound like that?
Can you do me?
Oh yeah. Look. Can you do me?
Nice.
Damien has a really low performance stat. I'm letting you guys know now. This is me trying to find a way to let you guys know in
I have +0.
in character.
You can put me
I have
in.
+1.
I have +0.
I have +1, so it is. Damien's got the highest performance.
That's why I like the disguise self plan. So we send one guy in disguise, and they'll be like, "Have you seen Fontaine around?" And then they'll find out where Fontaine is. They come back out. We go to him. Bang, 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 bang.
What, we could just ask Scantily.
Yeah, but we don't want his murder to be traced back to us.
No, well, what I'm saying
Still disguised,
is
or?
we could tell Scantily that we think the fog might be connected to Fontaine, and then just dip.
Tell you what, no, I think I trust me. I
don't like telling people sensitive information. I like having secrets. Secrets are fun.
I'm very good at performance. I say we just go ask our buddy the shopkeeper.
You know what? You're confident. Let's do it, I guess. Yeah.
Wait.
All right.
What if we just go walk around for like a minute in the courtyard and see if we see a drow?
Antoine goes,
You know, we could do that.
Could be a good idea.
Yeah. You know, Elton, I'm going to trust your judgment on this. Let's pack up and go look for a drow real quick.
All right, let's move. Yeah.
Any drow femboys, I'll keep my eye out for them. I already am keeping my eye out for them, but I'll be extra attentive.
That was great.
Would y'all like me to remind you why you know this, or do y'all want to continue not knowing
Please
why
do.
you know Fontaine?
Yeah. Please remind me.
Let us know.
Y'all asked to buy drugs, and the shopkeeper told you to go to
He's the
Fontaine.
drug dealer.
He's a drug guy.
He's the plug.
Do you remember?
Okay, Altuan, I've had a
Who else
sudden
he is?
resurgence of information.
Do you remember who else he is? There's more
Who
information
else?
you have about him. He's the poli-sci
Huh.
professor.
Oh,
y'all-
okay. Altuan, we've got some. I've had a sudden resurgence in my memory. It's been a bit spotty lately, but it came back to me. Fontaine is a drug dealer and a political science professor. So naturally, he is completely failed. He is a failure of a person.
He probably didn't make the fog if he's a poli-sci professor.
That could
Yeah,
be his
he
cover,
probably
his
sucks
alibi.
at math.
I want to go.
Or he just sucks at magic.
Yeah, well, we'll go find out, and then if Altuan's wrong, then maybe we'll just, you know.
Yeah. Hug him.
Yeah.
I'd be willing.
We'll just take him to
I'd be willing
therapy.
to stake 15% of my life on this.
15%.
Because I told you.
You know, you could
85%.
save that or more on car insurance when you
Alright, so
switch
You
to
mean,
Geico.
you have like a
I
brain
think
tumor
if
or
we
something?
cut
What's
your arm
wrong
off
with
right
you?
about
Damien.
there, that might be
To
15%.
42.
42. Okay, I'll shut
Countdown
up.
continues.
I'll shut up.
What is Geico
All right.
in this world?
It's a dragon who insures cars.
Anyways,
I'm getting in the cart. You guys can come back with me if you want. I'm leaving in 10 minutes. Pack your stuff, Altuan. Let's go.
Altuan.
I would just like to
loads
point
up.
out that I tried multiple times to get us to the cart.
Altuan
Just wanted to throw that out there.
goes, grabs his sack, puts a bunch of puts a bunch of scrolls in there, and he's like, "Please, please, please, for the love of everything, I am willing to become religious if it means we get out of here faster."
Really? All right, come on, Phantom. Come on.
If you pray to Nerul right now, I will move the car faster.
We'll see how long it goes, and I will consider your offer. And he follows Bren out to the cart.
All right, come on, Phantom. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
And I toss him a piece of like bread from my rations because it's running low. I gotta restock
Right.
when we get back in town.
Perceive the cart.
Y'all aren't really near it. Y'all are at the mouth of the cave, so y'all have to follow the river, the creek. But yes, when you walk further, you can.
Hey man,
see-
Hey, what's the fastest way to get out of the cave? Is there like a secret exit?
No, there's literally one way in and one way out. All these
Alright, let's just keep
multiple
it.
different sideways, or if the displacer beasts are taking naps in the hall, I can get around them.
Hey,
Okay.
Phantom, can you do me a favor, bud? While we're on the cart, can you like patrol the edge of the woods and just sort of, you know, that way if anyone tries to ambush us, you can just attack them and eat them.
Can you tell him not to fall asleep this
I
time?
turn and look at Scav and go, be glad I don't work you like a fucking dog, you know? I let you just sit around and hang out like an animal does. Meanwhile, this guy over here's about to put... This Phantom's been doing nothing but work ever since he got here.
I gotta make him. You know, he's got a cool job to do.
I had a kazoo, and I was gonna. It broke.
Tell you what, Phantom, you do this. If we end up killing Fontaine, I'll save you his arm.
The bread is still resting on his head because he doesn't eat bread. And he immediately
is a
perks up.
carnivorous
He
creature.
immediately perks up. The bread falls off, and there is a happy jaunt in his step as he goes. And
That was sour though. That was good bread.
as your DM, I agree.
Oh well.
5-second rule.
Do I get-
I start pecking at it on the floor.
Um, anyways, as you all come to the entrance of the college, you see there are several folks out. There seems to be a festival going on. In this festival, you do have a couple circus acts. There's a clown up on stage who, it really kind of blows your mind because you would expect the educated to not be intrigued by clowns. Yet the clown has the biggest audience, telling quite possibly the dumbest jokes. There is a trapeze act. There are some contortionists doing some awesome work. And so this is what you can see as you walk in. Like, what would y'all like to do afterwards? You can see that from here, the shop does still appear to be open. There appear to be folks going in and out. But as far as what you see in the town square, you don't really recognize too many folks. I mean, you recognize Joseph, you recognize Professor Martin, and then you recognize several of the students that you were talking to, but none of them are really, like bringing back any memories as far as what their names are, aside from Martin and Joseph, and whether or not you want to, or whether or not they have any information that you're looking for. The biggest thing is you don't see a drow and you don't see Scantly.
Can you describe the scene again?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, it's basically like
not the architecture, not the people.
yeah. So it's basically like there is a festival in town. There has been a temporary stage set up with a clown giving a little performance, telling some quite terrible jokes. There is a trapeze act, and there is a contortionist, and those are what you're able to see right now. There may be more as you walk in and continue, but
So,
Oh,
back when I
sorry.
dealt drugs in high school, I used to always do it behind the bleachers.
Mm,
So I'm thinking maybe we look under the stage.
perhaps. You know, my family
Yes,
almost sold me off to the circus. My flock. I couldn't find like a role to fill. You know, it's a very like familial unit. You got to find your place as a cog, and naturally, as the three-legged bird, they thought I would catch a pretty penny at a circus. That's why I became clan torturer.
I wanted
Oh,
to. I wanted.
Find what
I
you're
always
good
wanted I always wanted to visit the circus as a kid, but you know, we never really had the money to. So, you know.
give me a perception check.
Okay, broke ass.
Give me a perception.
I didn't
But
have
everyone else had something.
27.
A 5. Jesus
That
Christ!
is
I need
actually
to stop rolling
that
with.
is actually fitting. That's
Or
perfect.
6.
20.
Damien notices
Dirty.
nothing. The other two of you notice a massive sign 10 feet to the right of y'all that says, "The circus is in town, completely free."
Well, finally, a brokey like you can get into the circus.
Are you mocking me?
A little bit. Just a
Look at
little
that sign
bit.
over there.
I don't know what this is. I don't read Elvish.
That's not in Elvish.
I know it was a joke. God, think I could do that clown joke. Mr. DM,
Yes.
is the girl still in the back of the cart?
Yes, she is.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say something when we were, because I forgot the cart wasn't at the cave mouth. So
Yeah.
like I was gonna do it once we got back to the cart, but with like I kind of forgot to.
Would-
But like I was gonna tell
idiot.
Altuan, don't mind the woman tied up in the back of the cart. That has nothing to do with you.
So, are we
Why is she even
are
there?
we
again?
retconning that you're saying
It's an
it
experiment.
then, or you're saying it now?
I'm not saying it at all.
Oh, okay. Well, would you like to
Yeah.
see what he's doing? He hasn't spoken this entire trip. I want you to know that. Because
Okay,
Is he
yeah.
making out with the dead
he
chick?
is sitting
What's he doing?
in the corner all bundled up. She's dead. He's scared.
Wait, did she
Yeah.
die?
Yes, she's
No,
dead.
she
as
was already
shit.
dead when we
Is
found
he
her.
is he scared of clowns or dead bodies? Like what's up with this guy?
He's scared of a trio transporting a dead woman with no clear intention to like cremate her or anything. It's just a dead body.
tied to a post?
You're a necromancer. This should be a typical fare for
Hey.
you. If anything, Damien's doing your good work right
Why
now.
is
He's
she
trying
tied
to
to a post?
in
I
case she
don't
comes
know.
back to life.
Have you done
I
anything?
kind
to
of
make her
did
come
something
back
on
to life?
instinct, and I don't really know, what it
What'd
means.
you do?
But something tells me there's a chance she might come back to life.
What'd you do?
So, I don't know.
What'd you do?
You see, when I see blood,
What'd
I
you
sort
do?
of like black out. I don't know. I black
Well,
out.
I'll tell you. Did any of us see what you did, or did you do it like
Uh,
silently under the cover of night or something?
I'm pretty sure because it was in the basement of the Discord mod.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure you saw
Okay.
it.
What did you do?
For both of your sakes, he opened a little wound and gave her some of his blood.
His face goes from disgust to openly like curiosity. It's like, ooh, you're pale. You said you don't sleep well at night, and you have a desire to put your blood in other people. I'd like to run some.
He has AIDS.
I mean, not a desire. It was more of an instinct.
Which
I
could
mean-
be, used interchangeably for desire, and as such,
I
would
really don't think it
like to
could be.
use you as a study subject. I think you could be instrumental in perfecting my desire. My desire.
Hey, listen, pal. I don't
Also,
swing
hey,
that way.
I'll
I
tell
already
you.
turned him down.
We know he's not a vampire because he gave him some garlic and it didn't do anything.
Exactly. and I can touch silver and nothing happens.
Really? Can we try that later? I'm really interested now. Let's.
Yeah, we can
run
rerun
through
some
all
of our
these
old
tests.
experiments.
Okay. I would really like to do that.
And I just
Absolutely.
yeah okay, yay.
This is so exciting. I almost forgot that we're here to beat the shit out of Fontaine.
Yeah, so let's split up for a bit. There's a good amount of ground to cover on the campus and now the circus. So we'll everyone split up for a bit and go looking for him. I'm heading to the clown stage.
I'm going to go check with our good buddy the shopkeeper.
Okay.
I'm gonna go just walk around the school.
The mage is gonna cast.
Damien also has to go urinate, so he'll be right back.
Okay. Altuan is gonna cast Greater Invisibility on himself, just in case anybody recognizes him.
Sneaky. I'll warn you though,
Oh, yeah.
greater invisibility, unlike normal invisibility, only lasts a minute.
Steven.
He might want to disguise
right.
self.
I'm gonna Hygith is going to just remember inside the college that he needs to go tell Scantily where Altora is. So
A little pit stop along the way.
That's
I'm gonna do a little pit stop and just look for the drow as I'm going.
okay. That I'm good with that. You go start that. We'll catch back up to you. We're gonna start with Bryn right now. Damien pissed himself on the way to the shopkeep, so he had to run to change clothes.
He did.
Please tell me y'all put y'all's pants back on.
Yes.
Thank you.
We don't want to get arrested for public
Dude,
indecency.
I didn't, Steven. I put them on like immediately after I turned them off.
Okay. I didn't remember. I just wanted to let you know you are in a college town with hopefully all of them over 18. But
Roll for the number of people under 18 in the
I was about to
vicinity.
say,
Roll for minors.
Roll for proximity to a school.
Bryn, no! You're gonna get fucking locked up!
that I just rolled.
Man, you're violating your parole, Bryn.
You're going on a registry, Bryn! Stop it!
Oh my goodness.
This session has been a poor Altuan, bro. He has to put up with us. And Steven by extension.
I rolled a d20 to see how many people were, it would be illegal to be near them. Of course I rolled a nat 20.
Of course. So that means everyone's a minor. That's the result of the
This
roll.
is the open college tour day.
Yeah, so there's a ton of people who are prospective students here on tour.
This is the town from Footloose, but with nudity instead of dancing.
Oh my
so.
goodness, it's got both. Anyways, as Bryn makes his way to the stage, give me one quick second.
I'm really hoping this isn't the clown from Baldur's Gate 3, because he might fuck me up.
You just hear I have a.
Oh, you got shot while we were gone.
Roll death save, Dylan.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay. It's 3.
A failed one.
Okay.
Damien got shot by a sniper while you were gone.
An 11.
Okay, you got a success, but I do want you to know some of the students who were here, they thought you were just drunk, and they cast prestidigitation on your pants.
I just had to pee, man.
But so anyways,
I need to get someone to unpiss your pants.
Bryn goes, it's goes up to the stage and he just hears the clown. It's crazy. I always take my life, like the way I live life, I take it with a grain of salt, and a slice of lemon, and a shot of tequila. But it's really ironic because I went to see the doctor about my short-term memory problems the other day. The first thing he did was make me pay in advance. He said not again, but it was crazy because I've never seen him before.
Ooh, you suck.
You know, if you think eggplant is good, say that again. Say it again. If you think eggplant is good, you should try any other food. It's much better.
Ooh, you suck.
You know what? You really,
I'm saying this in
you
character.
really remind me of my wife. You out there. She and I, we were happy for 20 years, and then we met.
And that was a pretty good one, actually.
You know, my ex-wife still misses me. Her aim's getting better.
But her aim is getting better.
Better.
You look like a Russian doll, just so full of yourselves.
That was good. That was all right.
So I guess I'm like walking through the crowd just to see if the drow is among any of the people.
Give me a.
And maybe I'll go up to some random person who looks to be like maybe older, more prestigious, like they might be a professor or like a graduate student or something, and be like, "Have you seen Fontaine around?" Or someone who looks like they do drugs. Both and either.
Okay. First, give me a perception roll. If you have any advantages based on sense of smell, give it to me.
I don't have any smell advantages, so that's a 15.
All right, 15 is good. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, you are, as far as you know, you don't smell any recreational burning of plants. But what you see, I'm going to combine both those, basically. You do see a female professor. She's about the only one. You don't really see anybody who, is wearing their drug rugs, doing anything else. But you do see who appears to be a female professor. So you'd like to go up to her?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Testing my game on her.
all right, she's had a couple drinks, and she's Isn't this just such a lovely party? I'm so proud. I am so proud of this clown. Normally their jokes are so crass and so rude about women, but this one's doing good. I like him.
Oh yeah, no, it really is. It's disgusting just how disparaging some clowns and comedians can be towards women. Like they just treat them like they're not even people.
Exactly.
It's not
we
fair.
have fought so hard to be equal, and now we're fighting to get ahead. Like just everything like that sets us back centuries.
It does. It's like back in the Stone Age. So what's your name, ma'am? I don't get to campus very often anymore.
I'm Lorelei. I'm the gender
Lorelei.
studies professor.
Yes, okay. I've heard a fair deal about you. All good, of course.
You flatter me.
Yes, I've heard that your courses are just very applicable, that there's tons of careers open and out there for anyone who pursues a degree in your field of study.
So many people don't understand there is such a wide, narrow realm of opportunity. Like, it's not my fault. 6 out of 10. It's not my fault that I couldn't find a job right out of college, and I had to actually get my doctorate so I could come back and teach it. But other folks can get jobs. That's what I try to tell them. They're not limited to what I did.
Very true. Very, very true. So Lorelei, I've got a question for you.
Roll the d12.
I've
For breast
roll the
size?
D12.
Breast size?
I guess so.
No,
If there was any stream that we were gonna get canceled for, it's gonna be this one.
for coochie depth.
4.
You know, when I first started doing this, I thought it was gonna be like a lot more filtered than just our in-person sessions, but it's like the exact
It's
same.
the exact same.
No, it's filtered mine.
Hell Hath No Fury. Hell Hath No Fury was kind of curated a bit. It's gone downhill in terms of
It has.
you
can
self-control.
Maybe it's
you can tell just how comfortable we've gotten streaming.
Maybe too comfortable.
Yeah.
our internet footprint.
Back in the day, I maybe would have said about probably out of the 100 thoughts that would come to my mind, I'd probably say like 70 of them would have, like most of Hell Hath No Fury. I'm up to like 95.
Yeah.
There are a couple things we try to stop saying.
Dude, I'm to like, I'm up to like 98.
But, anyways, she rolled a 4 for depth.
Not a good fit for me.
I know. But she's like, yes, but are you enjoying it? I've been talking about myself. Are you enjoying this trip?
I really am. This clown has like a sardonic wit that I find that many clowns are just they're too upbeat, too amicable. This guy he's darker. He's got some edge to him. I find him a lot more entertaining.
As soon as you say that, you hear the clown go, hedgehogs, eh? Why can't they just share the hedge?
I still like that. That's a good one.
Here's the thing. I hate that I've genuinely laughed at every single one of his jokes.
Yeah, no, they're somehow so bad they're good. But you know what would make this even better though? Some laughy grass from my friend Fontaine, but I can't seem to find him anywhere. Do you happen to know where he is?
I don't deal with that. I want you to know.
Well, I'm not asking you to deal with it. I just if you've seen that incredibly fuckable drow just walking around, just let me know.
Honey, he is too feminine even for me. But no, he normally avoids these kind of things. You can probably find him in his office or in one of the lecture halls. I think I heard some kids talking about going to get some extra study time with him there.
Okay, thank you, Lorelei. It was a pleasure meeting you. And if I ever re-enroll here, I kind of had to end my studies after only a year. I'll make sure to definitely take a good couple gender studies classes.
Thank you. You would fit in so well. I'm sure you'd make all A's.
Yes, a very progressively minded guy like myself. I'm sure I'd fit right in. And once again, great meeting you. I'm gonna go and find Fontaine now.
Toodles, have fun.
Oh boy, I will.
Immediately turns around. Hey, you, make me a sandwich.
No, I have to maintain my gentlemanly front. The bitches cannot know how misogynistic Brennan is.
Again, you hear the clown.
Man, that really doesn't look good with just 4 guys playing D&D.